are back here for another edition of the Los Alamitos Weekend Preview as we take a look at the weekend of March 18th, Saturday, March 18th. We have an 8-race program, Chris, which means back-to-back pick four sequences with the 8-race program. Welcome back to the show. By the way, none of our selections won that head-to-head matchup, but my horse finished in front of your horse. How about that?
That's the way it goes. Sometimes they break, sometimes they don't. But congratulations, my horse ran behind yours. You were right there throughout, but that's the way it goes.
We can't claim the winner though because we didn't win that race. By the way, the pick six that day paid what, over $10,000 if I remember correctly.
Over $10,000 with that big carryover on Saturday, and then just the one ticket got it for $43,000 on Sunday. So.
Yeah, how about that? So the pick six has been the place to be in the pools at Los Alamitos this past weekend. 10,000 and 43,000 plus, and a couple of pick sixes. And the good thing about the pick six, if there's not a carryover heading into Sunday, then you got a seated pool, $10,000. That's what happened, and somebody took the pool shot there on Sunday night. So let's take a look at Saturday night, March 18th. 8 races, and I know, Chris, you got to look here in race number 5, the start of the late pick 4 sequence. We got the quarter horses. Maidens going to distance of 300 yards. We do have a couple of first-time starters. We'll talk about those in a little bit. But I know you like the looks of Eagles Roost last time out. This horse was unlucky to miss by a neck at nearly 7-1. Yeah,
this horse was a B- worker prior to a much troubled debut. Came off a long layoff of like 295 nights. Had a B workout prior to the debut, down when drawn on the inside. Did have some trouble that night. Didn't get away all that well. Put a little slow outward away from the gate. Brushed the side of the outside rivals and kind of drifted in early. But what caught the eye was just some decent speed. It was right there throughout. And then right to the wire, the horse caught stride, leveled out strongly, and got beat a neck for the whole thing and galloped out very, very well. So with expected improvement with the addition of blinkers and Lasix, and goes that post number 8 from the rail. That's a big look at to move forward and be one of the big factors there in that 5th event, kicking off that late pick 4.
Here we go at the replay. Inside post, Chris, you can see a little bit of a sluggish beginning and then kind of brushed with that 2-horse, right?
Yeah, brushed with the 2-horse and showing some decent speed, kind of one pace throughout early, but what caught the eye was right in the wire. The horse leveled out strongly right about here, and only beating the heck. Well, right there, past the wire, the horse galloped out very strongly into and through that turn. And it's a nice size animal, well connected, and with expected improvement, a horse with the addition of Lasix, a second time off the layoff, and the blinkers. Horse has a big look here to be right there throughout and have a big look at the outcome there at as one of the numbers in that 5th event, kicking off that late pick 4.
And I remember both of us gave a look to this horse that night because he's well-bred, right? He was coming out of a layoff. And also, you noted that the workout on January 21st was a pretty solid 12-4 workout, right?
Yeah, I get a B workout that particular night. The horse is a B- worker prior to the debut. So the horse is well-meant, well-bred, well-connected, and we'll definitely move forward here with the addition of Lasix and blinkers and draw nice to the outside. So goes from the inside to the outside and definitely expected improvement. And the number off that affair with the trouble and track variant was pretty solid, like a 1566 on my numbers with everything factored in, trouble track variant. So the horse with expected improvement has a big look here in that 5th event.
Yep, and like you mentioned, a lot of things alike. Lasix, blinkers, gets off the rails, second time off the layoff, and then moves to the outside. So Eagles Roost there, making a lot of changes for the second start as a 3-year-old. So 5-2 on Ed Burgers morning. That's going to be start of the late pick 4 sequence there on Saturday night. Speaking of sequences and quarter horse racing, how did Remington Park treat you this weekend?
I was okay. I mean, the 2-year-olds, sometimes they break. They run those workouts. Sometimes they don't. My numbers were okay. Not too bad. We'll get better with a little bit more racing along the way. They're running today as well. They run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're handicapping races 4 through 11 on Saturday night. Got some mixtures of some races in there, some horses coming off layoffs and some good workouts, some nice babies too. So we'll see how things go at Remington Park.
Yeah, stay tuned. If you watch the Los Amigos nighttime single on a year-round basis, you're going to see some of those horses that wintered here go back in Oklahoma and maybe start their season up in Oklahoma. So some of those Los Al horses that you might have seen for barns like Juan Alaman, Monte Rosa, some of those runners might make their seasonal debut down at Remington Park. So you'll you'll know some of that form. So you watch Los Alamitos Racing, stay tuned to the Remington Park signal because you will see some of those horses show up over there and begin their seasonal debuts over there before they make it back to Los Al for the summer and winter. All right, Chris, best of luck with that selection of race number 5. That is number 8 horse Eagles Roost. And we'll keep an eye on your on your Remington Park selections also in the nightlines.
All right, boss. Thanks a lot.
All right, see you out there this weekend at Los Al. Have a good night.
Quarter horse racing's best, always at Los Alamitos. It's the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Oaks on March 25th, with over $460,000 on the line. The Oaks is led by top qualifiers Streaks of Power, Rainbow finalists Fearless Moon, and 8-time winner Cartel Kisses. On March 26th, Champion Party Politics takes on top qualifier Price Fixer and 8 other stars in the El Primero del Año Derby. Quarter horse racing's best, always at Los Alamitos Racecourse. Racing fans, the traditional $2 Pick 6 at Los Alamitos is always a great bet. And when there's not a Pick 6 carryover on Sunday nights, we'll add $10,000 to the Pick 6 pool. That means that every Sunday night, Los Alamitos has either a Pick 6 carryover or the $10,000 Pick 6 promo. Plus, our total pools have been gigantic, with a season's best $205,000 on January 7th and a $115,000 pool on January 29th. The traditional $2 Pick 6, a great bet, a great deal, big-time wagering opportunities, always at Los Alamitos.
That's right. It's that time of the season. We are approaching the finals of the Los Alamitos Oaks and the El Primero del Año Derby, the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Oaks. It's nearly $500,000 in the purse, right, Professor?
That's exactly right, Jose. And of course, when you put a Grade 1 stakes label on a race, it's going to generate a lot of interest. We saw some horses come in from out of town and they perform well. Cartel Kisses was one of them that looked really good. And Streaks of Power was another one. A couple of Power Jams qualified as well. So it should be a really, really nice final. Looking forward to that. That's going to happen next Saturday night. And then on Sunday, we have the running of the El Primero del Año Derby. That's going to be another outstanding race. Remember last year, Golden Boy ended up winning that race last year. He went on to win the title of champion, AQHA 3-year-old colts. So a lot of stakes. In the past, the winner of the La Primera has been a top performer nationally. Has been called the Los Alamitos Oaks the last few years. This will be the first year, however, that it is labeled as a Grade 1 race.
Yeah, before that, you knew it as the La Primera del Año Derby. And then we expanded that program, made it more richer. It's attracted more better quality runners, and now has been elevated to a Grade 1 event, nearly $500,000 in the purse. Before I forget, when we keep going, Professor, I saw, if you were on social media, make sure you give the Los Alamitos gift shop a follow on Instagram. Go and give it Los Alamitos gift shop. They're up and rolling on Instagram. Follow some of the pictures that are posting. Take a look at some of the merchandise that is available in the Los Alamitos gift shop. Los Alamitos gift shop on Instagram there, and give it a follow. So make sure if you're in Instagram, go and check it out there at Los Alamitos gift shop. Because I am wearing, I don't know if I can turn around, but I'm wearing a nice jacket that I got here from the Los Alamitos gift shop. So make sure you give it a visit when you visit us at Los Al.
Brand new gear now in the shop. If you notice, by the way, the two models there, Armando Cervantes, Jesus Rios Ayala, two of our top jockeys. Henry Reynoso Lopez also was kind enough to model some of the nice gear. There's a lot of nice hats, some jackets, some brand new vests, just outstanding fashion, really nice designs, and all that are now available at the Los Alamitos gift shop. And it's easy to find right when you enter the racetrack. Is right there on your left-hand side, just before you take up the escalators to go to the main floor. So take a look, stop by. A lot of nice items in there as well. And I'm sure you'll run into some horsemen as well doing some shopping. They're in and out of there all the time.
Yeah, that's a pro tip that from Professor G. After the races or before the races, during the big racing nights, stop by in there. You might run into some people involved in the game. So you'll probably run into some jockeys or jockey agents, some owners, trainers. Stop in there and pay us a visit at the Los Alamitos gift shop right to the left of the main entrance before you hit the escalator. Professor G, I thought this will be a great day, a great preview show to talk about the Professor G notebook with the workouts, because we got some quarter horses that are making the first starts here overall, and also first local starts. But race number 5, let's talk about race 5 and race 8 on the 8 race program on Saturday night. Race number 5, there's a couple of first-time starters along the rail. Lightning Jet 1 and Favorite Lady Cartel.
Favorite Lady Cartel is one that catches my eye simply because of that breeding line. Favorite Cartel Desire under the top producer, another wise lady. This is the mother of Apolitical Lady, a runner that, speaking of the La Primera, Apolitical Lady won the La Primera del Año Derby, went on to win some year-end awards as well. And she was a really good runner. I believe she ran 30 in the Golden State Futurity as a freshman. And the following year, like I mentioned, won the La Primera del Año, won a couple of other stakes races, went on to win, went on to run third in the Los Alamitos Super Derby facing the males. And we see another one of her, of another wise lady's daughters running here currently at Los Alamitos, Wise Lady Dawn, who's won multiple races here at Los Al. So Favorite Lady Cartel, out of that same family, is one to watch. And at a nice price there, 6-1 on the morning line. Victor Salazar is off to a really hot start. He's not getting amounts, but he's won quite a few races, a lot of them for trainer Paul Jones.
Yes, and take a look at this workout. So it was March 4th, and she was on the outside of this two-team set.
Yeah, and she's going to be there to the outside of 10 Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Favorite Lady Cartel was settling nicely, waited for the start nicely, came away in pretty good form. She drifted inward a little bit early on, was corrected by her rider, continued with good encouragement, went in once again, and again was kind of corrected a little bit. But we see that once she's running on a straight path, definitely a lot of talent. And look at the way she's going to gallop out there. Plenty of gas power there around the turn. Nice and easy there for Favorite Lady Cartel. As long as she can mine that the ability not to go in a little, not go inward. It just kind of keeps a straight path. As long as she can find that ability of running straight, I think she'll be a potential contender in race number 5.
And also what I liked about her, that not only was a gallop out, but also something to note that before she took a break and, for the season, and she was working last winter in October. In October, she had a 12:20 workout from the gate going 220 yards. So she had title ability last season. So she's coming around into good form. Let's talk about the one horse in this race, and it's going to be Lightning Jet 1. And Lightning Jet 1 was on the outside on this 3-team set on February 4th. So February 4th, this 3-team set going 220 yards, clocked in 12:60.
Yeah, and the winner of this work is going to be on the inside post. That's Fearless Fortitude. It's going to go 12-4. But we see Lightning Jet 1 was looking around a little bit at the beginning before the gate opened. Hop to the inside a bit. There's that great horse right there. Was running with the head high past the gap. But kind of, continue to get better and better as the workout continues. She kind of closed ground there against Fearless Fortitude during the late stages. And again, look at that gallop out, really sharp around the clubhouse turn. But one of those situations there where she just didn't seem to be super ready for the start.
Mm-hmm.
And was when the gate broke, she had her head a little bit up high. Took him a little bit to get going. He's a colt, actually. Took him a little bit to get going. But once he finally did settle, we saw that nice burst at the end.
Yeah, I like the way he leveled out in the second half of the work without, the rider was kind of just trying to correct him. So he wasn't asking for much. So I like how the finish, 12:60 clocking is not that bad of a clocking. I'm just worried about the inside post tonight, but that's maybe a runner to for sure keep tabs moving forward. Now, moving down the field here, we got the 6 horse, KT2s Are Wild, who ended up tabbing as my long shot play the night in the night line, 6-1 on the morning line, Professor. This horse has experience at Pocatello. I ended up finishing third by a neck to Normandy. Normandy came back here to win at Los Al, right? And I think Normandy won twice since arriving to Los Al. So Normandy showing some good ability. But K2's Wild got the workout here. And this was a March, March 4th?
March 4th, yeah. Going 18.3. And it's going to be working from the outside post against Phoebe's Baby Girl. And we'll be seeing Phoebe's Baby Girl as well on Saturday night in race number 8. And you were mentioning Normandy. Normandy actually ran third in the Los Alamitos Winter Derby.
Yes.
So they had a grade 1 race and competed there. They met in Pocatello, like you mentioned, Normandy winning that race as well. So a horse with a lot of talent, and KT2s Are Wild did well against a really nice horse in Normandy. Let's see this workout here. We're going to see KT2 Are Wild. A little bit of movement before as he's waiting for the start. And then she's going to come in and bump. She's going to bump her workmate right there. Kind of the little bump kind of pushed her to the outside, got strained out, came in once again, kind of crowded Phoebe's Baby Girl once again. How to be corrected. The jockey was hustling her along past the gap. But once she gets that little nice comfortable zone there, starts doing nicely, her rival kind of floated out into her a little bit. That kind of slowed her down. Looked like the jockey kind of grabbed a hold of her just before the finish line. And from there, kind of just coasted during the gallop out. So again, we're not going to see a super fast time here, 18.3. But again, you could see that there was a couple of issues that KT2s Are Wild had to deal with during that work. If she's able to break cleanly, there is some talent there.
I did. I like what I saw, even though she was worked. But I like the way she kind of fought midway through the workout. There was a bump. Obviously, she had to be corrected. So a lot of things that I think could be improved off that work. But I was encouraged with the energy, with the work there midway through that workout. And obviously, she's a talent down in Pocatello. We kind of can gauge the kind of her running style, her running form based on Normandy, what he did here. So a lot of things to like, I think, about K2's Wild, who's 6-1 for the barn of Paul Jones. And Paul Jones campaigned Foos, the sire. So he's familiar with those breeding lines here with K2's Are Wild. Let's move along to race number 8 because we just talked about that common workout, right, Professor? Race number 8, allowance for the quarter horses going 300 yards. We got Just Sassy Corona, Just Send Me. This is a sibling to Just Macho Corona, right? I believe so. Off the top of my head, I think Just Send Me, it's the same dam with Just Macho Corona, that very classy runner, was also campaigned by Paul Jones.
You're right. And I think we had another one as well that had a couple of nice efforts last year, including may have even qualified to the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Southern California Derby. From this same family, Just Send Me, a really nice broodmare in the quarter horse racing world. Another really nice broodmare is Matilda Check. She won a lot of races here at Los Alamitos. She's the mother of the number 2 horse, Matilda the Eagle. Corona Rose is a Remember to Dash. This is from the family of Remember Me Rose and all those great horses as well. Fervent's Favorite, 2-1 on the morning line. Favorite Cartel out of Fervent's Dynasty. We've seen this runner develop some nice efforts throughout the year here at Los Alamitos, coming off of a 3rd place finish against Allowance Foes. And there's the 5, Phoebe's Baby Girl. We were looking at KT2s Are Wild in that gate work. She was the workmate in that race, in that workout. So let's see her workout here in race number 8 from her perspective. Here's the 5, Phoebe's Baby Girl, Jose. We're going to see her from the inside post. And like we mentioned,
this team set.
Yes, she's fillied by Favorite Cartel, and she's out of the champion Apolitical Lady. So she is out of that same Another Wise Ladies family. And we saw that she got bumped a little bit. Still getting crowded there by the outside rival. Is going to move nicely here. And right around here, she starts kind of floating out. But still, her stride continued nicely. Wasn't really asked to do too much. It was all via her natural ability. And we've seen this runner perform already. She's got several races in the book. Ran 3rd last time out against Good Wagon SA. Good Wagon SA is a multiple Grade 1 finalist. Prior to that, ran 6th in a futurity trial. The winner in that trial, Hey Shaker, also faced Apolitical Jet and Escalated. A couple of really nice horses in there. And completing the field will be the 6th Teller to Look, owned by Dr. Ed Allred. It's a Teller Cartel. Out of Look at Her. This has to be from the family of Look Her Over, right?
Yes. she was purchased at the Los Equine Show for 18,000 a couple of years ago. She's making her seasonal debut. There's not a gate workout to look at off the layout, but there is a 12:30 turn work, which was the fastest of 4 works on January 22nd. So that might tell us that she might be feeling well here to make her seasonal debut. So that'll be the highlight race on Saturday night. An allowance for the quarter horses going a distance of 300 yards. And I wanted to mention my lock of the night. It will be in the early pick 4 sequence. That'll be my best bet in race number 2. Let me go back. It is race number 2, 1,000 yards, maidens. Smoke 'em on the Cliff, the 2 horse for Jeffrey Metz, coming in from Santa Anita. Last time out, even despite a little bit of a bobble, I thought she showed good speed to kind of keep up through the opening quarter, Professor, at Santa Anita. And, she does land a field that, doesn't have a ton of speed, but I do expect the 1 and the 4 to be out there dueling, and maybe Smoke 'em on the Cliff can sit in second and stalk and make a little bit of a late bid. And I like this Serapio Figueroa takes the call. So that'll be my single in race number 2 for the early pick 4. Is going to be Smoke 'em on the Cliff for Jeff Metz.
Serapio Figueroa coming off of a really nice weekend here at Los Alamitos at a riding triple on Saturday and added another victory on Sunday. So 4 wins over the weekend for Serapio Figueroa. It seems to me like every time around the winter months here at Los Alamitos, Serapio Figueroa is always a present figure in the winner's circle here.
Yeah, and a lot of those, a few of those wins were nice prices though. So don't sleep on Serapio Figueroa. He's doing well, riding for different mounts, riding good on the speed, riding good from off the pace. He's having a terrific 2022 season. So that's going to be 8 races for Sunday night, Professor. Excuse me, Saturday night. On Sunday night, this is a probable field ride that we can expect for the Moonist Stakes.
That's right. 7 older horses competing in the Moonist Stakes. There's a nice picture right there of Moonist, a multiple winner champion. Won a lot of races for Ron and Gerald Harley. Cesar D'Alba won a lot of those races aboard this great champion Moonist. Of course, we remember him for having some outstanding battles with He's a Dash of Fire in the 2015 year, 2014. They had some great battles around that time. And look at the field, Jose Cattell Cove. Cattell Cove was actually the winner of the Moonist Award at the PCQ HRA. Now he's going to try to win the race named after the award that he won, the Moonist Stakes. Dasha Dynasty and Dasha Good Reason both exit the Brad McKenzie Los Alamitos Winter Championship. Dasha Dynasty won the Town Policy last year. Dasha Good Reason, ton of experience at the stakes level. London Toby won the First Down Dash handicap last year. Great outing in the Brad McKenzie, but we know what this horse can do. He can throw some outstanding efforts. So looking forward to seeing London Toby come back to that winning form. Shotgun, that's a new face here at Los Alamitos.
Yes.
But of course, nationally, he is very well known. Won the Heritage Place Futurity, I believe it was 2020. Ran 4th in the All-America Instigator, 3-time stakes winner last year. Shotgun, a really, really big name here at Los Al. It's got, 8 wins out of 18 starts in his career, over $500,000 in earnings. So he's a big name. Last year's big name that came here was Impressum. Now Shotgun is one of the new faces here with a big name nationally. Stuck in probate, coming off of a nice 4th place finish in the Brad McKenzie. And Up and Atom won the Spencer Childers. That's the restricted Grade 1 race last year.
Yes.
But his last 2 starts have not been up to that caliber that we know that he can run.
No, and he paid for some Christmas gifts for that win, Professor Owen. I had him at big price in the Spencer Childers. But we know he's classy, and he can pop up with big efforts for sure. So that's a very, very good field that we can expect in Sunday night's Moonist Stakes, 400 yards at $40,000 purse. And isn't Dasha Dynasty and Dasha Good Reason, aren't they siblings, Professor? They might be siblings, right?
I'm pretty sure that they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
owned
so.
Owned by the same partnership of S-Quarter K. Mr. Juan Moya is part of the partnership, and Robin Gordon as well. I'm pretty sure that they own both of these runners.
Yeah, I think they might be out of that terrific mare that's a Frida. All right, well, that was a good look at some of the quarter horse works with Professor G, the notebook. And Professor, we got 8 races on Saturday night. By the way, I want to give a big salute to the horse players that supported the program last week. What a tremendous pick 6 pool with that carryover.
On Saturday night, over $274,000 in the pick 6 pool. That was a total pool. They bet over $200,000 just on Saturday alone. And it ended up paying, I believe, $10,000 to 17 winning tickets, if my math is correct. Then the following night, we had the $10,000 pick 6 promo, and the total pool ended up being $77,000 in one winning ticket, right? $43,000 took the pool. And of course, there was a lot of 506 tickets as well, but nice payout there in the pick 6 pool. And remember, here at Los Alamitos, on those Sunday nights, you're either going to have a carryover at $10,000 to that pick 6 pool as well. A lot of money to go after, a lot of fun to carry out the card here at Los Alamitos on those Sunday nights.
And if I remember, everybody was covered in that pool shot ticket, right? I think everybody was covered, And the big prize in that sequence was Secret of War going 2.5 furlongs for Jesus Uranga and Eric Garcia. That was a big prize. I almost thought that would seal a carryover, Professor. There was one sharp horse player out there that connected the dots. Well done.
Yeah. And Secret of War defeated Just a Mitch in that race. The old veteran Just a Mitch maybe just needed that speed sharpened a little bit because he was coming off of a race around the turn. He's been so good at 2.5 furlongs. Kind of surprised that he didn't do a little bit better in that race last week. But hey, he's won so many races over the years. That was he was trying to win his 25th career victory. Maybe the next time for Just a Mitch.
Just like in racing, Professor, you got to run the race, right? Even no matter how favored. In March Madness, you got to play the game. Big shout out to Hal, our longtime cameraman that recently retired there. He was right behind you. That was a station right behind you. Yeah. That was his camera spot. He always had an iPad with him because he wanted to keep tabs on the Arizona Wildcats. He's a graduate of the racetrack industry program at U of A. I bet you he celebrated with a lot of gusto with that Pac-12 championship of UCLA. We're recording this on Thursday, Professor. March Madness is on the way. Arizona just got upset by Princeton. Professor. Arizona's out. A 15-seed ticket out of 2-seed. How about that?
And it's not the first time that Princeton has done that.
Yeah.
They actually defeated UCLA when UCLA was coming off of a humongous year. I believe they were the defending champion, and Princeton defeated them in a game maybe 10 years ago, but I remember that as well. Princeton is a giant slayer.
Yes, they proved it again today. March Madness is underway. And as we look forward to the calendar, Professor G, when do you think we might see the 2-year-olds here begin to race here at Los Al?
I think very, very close. I wouldn't be surprised if next weekend we are going to see some 2-year-old action here at Los Alamitos. And, of course, if you want to get a jump start on handicapping these runners, all the workouts, the gate workouts are available at losalamitos.com. And you're going to start seeing some names of those 2-year-olds that we'll be seeing next week. Heath Taylor has already worked quite a few 2-year-olds. Monterosa, Valentin Zamudio have also started working. Scott Willoughby we've seen some 2-year-olds from the Willoughby barn as well. They're all there at losalamitos.com.
All right, so get to work. All those workouts available for free at losalamitos.com. Get your workout notes ready to go. We might see the 2-year-olds underway in the next few weeks here at Los Al. Professor, always fun catching up with you. We can expect post-time to be right around 6 p.m.
6:20 on Saturday, Jose. 6:20 on Saturday, 8-race card. First 4 races is part of the early pick 4. Last 4, the late pick 4. And, of course, we got a couple of nice quarter horse races there as part of the late pick 4. Some exciting 1,000-yard races as well. So join us here on Saturday night.
All right, Professor. And when are you paying your pizza bets so I can come up to the press box?
All right. Just for you, we'll do it next week.
Yes,
next week.
yes. There we go.
Because we have those big races, the Oaks and the El Primero, Jose.
Perfect plan. George, thank me later, George, if you're watching this, because I just peer pressure Professor G into paying his pizza bets. Professor, good to catch up with you. I'll see you this weekend at Los Al.
Thanks so much, Jose. Bye-bye. Bye, AJ.
See you later.
Racing fans, the traditional $2 pick six at Los Alamitos is always a great bet. And when there's not a pick six carryover on Sunday nights, we'll add $10,000 to the pick six pool. That means that every Sunday night, Los Alamitos has either a pick six carryover or the $10,000 pick six promo. Plus, our total pools have been gigantic, with a season's best $205,000 on January 7th and a $115,000 pool on January 29th. The traditional $2 pick six, a great bet, a great deal, big time wagering opportunities, always at Los Alamitos. Quarter horse racing's best, always at Los Alamitos. It's the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Oaks on March 25th, with over $460,000 on the line. The Oaks is led by top qualifiers Streaks of Power, Rainbow finalists Fearless Moon, and 8-time winner Cartel Kisses. On March 26th, Champion Party Politics takes on top qualifier Price Fixer and 8 other stars in the El Primero del Año Derby. Quarter horse racing's best, always at Los Alamitos Racecourse.